Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Joe Show. I'm your host, Joseph Decker, and we have a special guest with us here today. We're actually at his house doing a little in real life podcast here, live show with Jack Logsdon of Grayson County. Jack, it's been a lot. It's been a probably pretty eventful last week for you. You went on the
Sir.
WKU visit. You got the offer after all the things kind of happened. Well, coaches could contact you. So I think it was the 15th. I think it might have been shortly that night you had posted that you had got the WKU offer. And now, man, you've made a big time decision. So kind of tell us what you've kind of decided to do. Tell us about you committing to Western Kentucky, and kind of tell us about the thought process going into it.
Well, I always knew that's where I wanted to go, and I've actually told Joseph I got that offer. I was going to commit early. I've told him that several times. Just where I've been wanting to go since I was a kid. I mean, I've had a lot of family members go to Western Kentucky. I've just been around it for a while.
Jack, you're 2027. So, on paper, you still have 2 more years of high school to go. You have your junior year, which you're going into right now, then your senior year. To a lot of people, this is an early commitment. A lot of times we see kids commit maybe the summer before their senior year. Sometimes they even commit during their senior year. So to see you commit early, it's not a shock to some people because we've seen it before. Xander Carter with Liberty, he fell in love with the school, decided to commit early. How was that decision for you? Did you maybe ever think, let's wait a little bit, maybe wait until the last live period, maybe senior year, or when you got this offer, when you got around this staff and you knew these guys, you knew it was your place to go?
Yeah, I've always known it's my place to go. Ever since I met Coach Plona, I've always really liked him and Coach Cross and all the coaching staff, and it's always just been an amazing environment up there, and I've always really liked it.
It feels like since day one when Coach Plona kind of got the job, they had the team camp last year, which Grayson County was at. It was almost like Coach Plona fell in love with Jack Logsdon and your sometimes to maybe fall in love with the guy, throw the offer, really get a feel for your decision, seeing how they grabbed Jack Logsdon early, really fell in love with your game and kind of made you top priority in that 27 class?
Oh yes, they're like stay in touch with me, so that also helped the decision.
Well, we got to talk a little bit about this past weekend, the KABC shootout, live period, one of the absolute biggest events across the country. Grayson County, 4-0. You guys look good. There was obviously coaches in the building, but more importantly, Coach Martin, Coach Hank sitting up there watching. You really got your groove back. You'd been dealing with a little bit of injuries. I think that kind of threw off the team a little bit. You weren't 100%. Our guy Spencer was coming off football. Jagger was new, kind of getting adjusted. So Grayson County, while yes, there were some rough spots, now you guys look to be rolling. Kind of tell us about the addition of Jagger Martis and how you think Grayson County is going to compete and be this year. Should we expect to see you guys back in the region championship and maybe win it all?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we're definitely going for it all. We're going to be a lot better, and we're still missing Brody Armstrong and Caden Hanshaw. They'll help a lot. But Jagger, he's really good. He can score the ball really well, so that helps our team.
We got to look at the third region as a whole. When you look back, when you set back, the top 2 teams that everyone's looking at are you guys and Davis County. Some guys graduate. There's new faces on both teams, and we know that's to reignited rivalry. I feel like that's going to be, I don't know if you guys play in the regular season, but that's going to be must-see TV. How do you feel about the third region this year as a whole? Because there's some sleeper teams. I think Meade County continues to kind of impress people. We obviously know Davis County is a good team. Ohio County has made some noise. Edmonson County looks really good. I know. So how do you feel about the third region this year compared to last year?
I mean, there's some teams that got a lot weaker than from last year, and then some teams that got better from last year. Edmonson County definitely got better because they're getting older. They're like a bunch of them are in the same grades as like me and Spencer and all of us. So it should be pretty good. Davis County's obviously.
Coach Hank Plona, he's got a swagger to him. He's a really cool guy. He's a relatable coach. You've always kind of had a coach, I feel like, around you that you've been able to relate to, talk to. Was that another thing that you kind of looked at? Because you look at, Coach Bays in AAU. You can relate to him, talk to him big time. You've had other coaches, Austin Sparrow through AAU before, guys like him. And then Coach Jay and Coach Brett and Coach Brian and all the guys around Grayson County, Kentucky. When you were making this decision, Jack, we've already hit it at it a few times, but how important was the relatability with the coaching staff and the head coach?
Oh, it was very important because, I got to get to know them. They got to get to know me. We got to know each other to be able to, I got to be able for me to play with him.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people kind of knew Jack Logsdon loved WKU. We'd seen pictures before. We knew your love for WKU. You talked about it a lot. But now that you're committed, man, you know, there's going to be a lot of more people going after you. A lot of more people's going to say, we're going up against the WKU commit, Jack Logsdon. How are you kind of ready to carry this around with you? And, you know, not even just that, but, you know, there's going to be kids in the Grayson County area around looking up to Jack Logsdon, wanting to take pictures, talk all to you. How are you going to I guess the word is embrace this new commitment and being part of the Hilltopper family?
I mean, I don't know what to say, Joseph. I mean, it's awesome just being part of the WKU community. I mean, it's always where I've wanted to go.
Yeah. Well, it's excited, Jack. You know, I think everybody in the community has to be excited. We see last year WKU goes out and gets a guy like Lawson Rice from the 3rd region. Now they get Jack Logsdon from the 3rd region. So, you know, it looks like there's some pipelines. Western likes to recruit in some certain areas. There's been a lot of talent out the 3rd region. So I don't think this is a big surprise to a lot of people. But, you know, Bowling Green, it's a big-time city. I know you got to be excited to get down there, you know, in a few years. You know, that's going to be a great spot. You know, it's a great commitment. But I'm really excited about it, too. How was the conversation with Coach Travis, Coach Brett, you know, your high school coaches? Were there any conversations kind of leading up to this? Did they know? Did you talk to them at all?
No, I really didn't talk to them. I just told him when I committed, and then he was really excited for me. Coach B was texting me. He's like, "Congrats, little bro."
Well, there's a huge group of people in Grayson County that support this basketball team. The fan base in Grayson County has always been one of the top in the 3rd region, you can say, in the state, especially when you talk about county schools. How much of the credit would you give to that fan base and the people showing up to your games all the time, supporting you, believing in Jack Logsdon? How much does that mean to you, and how much of this do you kind of give to them?
Oh, it means a lot. I've already had several of them people tell me that they're going to be making the trip to Bowling Green to come watch me when I'm playing up there one day.
Well, Jack, you know, we kind of hit this dead period, so things kind of slow down a little bit. Sadly, no more high school basketball for a while. A lot of teams are done with summer, so we take a break like that. But in July, Rock Hill, South Carolina, that's tuning up. I know you guys are excited. Your guys at 16U Midwest, it's had some new faces jump in, some guys leave. There's been some kind of hiccups you guys have had to go through, but it's a really solid, talented team. Talk about some of your teammates on that Midwest team. I know the first guy we're going to talk about is Michael Ray, but kind of talk about that Midwest team and how you guys feel going into July.
We feel really good. We're a really good team. We just have new faces every weekend. It's hard to know all the plays and stuff. But Michael Ray, he don't miss. Gerard, Tice, they're both really good. I mean, we're a pretty solid team, and I think we should do pretty good up there in Rock Hill.
I know it's a rough it's a tough environment because, you know, a lot of times it's win, go home. You know, if you don't win, you got to go home, and, you know, there's not as many games, so you really got to lock in and play good as a team. I know Tice and the guys are excited. We mentioned that team, and we automatically named 3 2027s in the state of Kentucky who's competing all the time, making big time names for themselves. You represent that 2027 class a lot of times in that class. Kind of talk about what makes that class so special and some of the other guys in that class who are top college athletes that you think could maybe be committing in the next year or going into their senior year.
I mean, I feel like this is one of the best classes in high school basketball right now.
Yeah.
We're a really good class, bunch of good kids, and there's gonna be a lot to go to Division I.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And we're looking at a class that could send 15 to 20 guys to Division I, which in today's era of college basketball with the transfer portal, a lot of guys having to go a level down. Guys aren't as valued as they might have been 10 years ago with the portal, you know, so it's different. But to say that we could send that many kids from Kentucky Division I is truly incredible. Jack, the Western Kentucky community has shown a lot of love recently. Their fan bases, the group chats, all these people, you know, the pages, Twitter follows, everybody's excited. They're all showing a lot of love. They're really excited for this get. Say something to the WKU community and all the fans tuning into tonight's show, and say something to Coach Cross and Coach Plona, because we know they're tuning in.
I mean, I can't wait to get up there and win some games.
You ready?
I'm ready.
It's going to be big time, Jack. You know, we still got to wait a little bit, but I know you're excited. It's an early commitment, so sometimes we got to wait a little longer, obviously, but I think we're really excited, Jack. You know, I'm proud of you, man. Congrats on committing to WKU. That's a big time decision. But Jack, I appreciate you coming on here, man. You know, we only did this for about 10 minutes. Didn't want to hold you too long. We've actually got the absolute greatest view of all time in the background. We're live at the pool right now with Jack Logsdon. So it was a great show, man. I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll do this again. We'll have
Sure.
Jack on again, probably not too far from now, and we'll be covering him in Grayson County all year. But I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in real quick to today's show. Not a too crazy long show. I know it's midday, so not everybody could tune in. I want to say a big thank you to all of our sponsors who sponsors our show, and of course, big thanks to Jack for tuning in. Everybody tune into the Joe Show. We'll be alive again. Special guest that we've had on. I think this is time number 4, that Mount Rushmore of Joe Show guest. So I think that's awesome. Once again, Jack, I'm committing to